Hey there, thinking of packing up your bags and moving to Nashville in 2025? Well, hold on there, partner. Nashville's not just hot chicken and honky tonks, thank goodness. But everything's not perfect around here either. I want to share with you some of the pros and cons of living in Nashville in 2025, and that's quite different than what I might have told you about 10 years or so ago. We've got lots to offer, but I'd hate to have you disappointed if you moved here. So, who am I? I'm Susan Thetford. I am your native Nashvilleian go-to partner for everything real estate and Nashville. Take a look at some of the pros and cons. I'm going to tell it to you straight. If you're coming to Nashville with a dream and a good resume, then you're in luck. The Nashville job market is still red hot. Healthcare, tech, logistics, music, hospitality. It's not just country music anymore. Actually, never was, folks. But everybody thought it was. Companies like Oracle and Amazon and HCA are hiring and constantly looking for great applicants. Unemployment is low and remote workers love it here too. You get that big city energy with a southern price tag. Well, kind of. That's one of the changes. Which brings us to our first con about living in Nashville. Let's get real here. The cost of housing is high. It's skyrocketing. It has been for the last several years, and 2025 is no different. What used to be a $350,000 house in 2020, it's now $600,000 or better. Property taxes are creeping up too. Sure, you can find more affordable pockets in the outer suburbs, but you'll trade your cash savings for extra time on I-65. So commute times balances out property prices. That's just something we've got to be realistic about. Pro number 2, this is huge, and it still is. Southern hospitality is still a thing. Nashvilleians are generally kind, warm, open, inviting, conversational. You know, you're going to be sitting in a restaurant anywhere, all over town, and you might overhear somebody talking about something, and we feel nothing about saying, hey, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I heard you were wanting to know about the best place to take your children for frisbee golf. I know a great spot. We're going to talk to you. We're going to converse. We're going to make eye contact, and that really wigs people out sometimes, I hear from other places, and gee, that's a very sad way to have to live life. Nashville is still friendly. It's a city with a small town soul, and that's something that people genuinely love, and we certainly don't want to give up here in the Nashville area. When we go through neighborhoods, you wave, you speak to people, you call up your neighbor who hasn't taken their trash can out and say, hey, do you need some help with that? I can get it for you. People watch out for people here. It's not obtrusive. It's a real thing though. Courtesy. It's a Southern thing. Let's keep it that way. Hey, before I get to a big con here, let me invite you to download my relocation guide. If you are serious about Nashville, then you need this relocation guide. It's new, it's upgraded, even if you've had one before. 52 pages, jam-packed full of information about traffic, weather, business, job opportunities, great restaurants to try, things to do, parks to go to, all the things you need. Download that relocation guide. There, and be in the know. Let's get back to it. Here's the thing. Traffic is a problem. We do not have mass transit, and the last 10 years has really changed things a lot. Not for the better. Traffic is real. We don't have a mass transit system. Will we get one? I don't know. There's constant talk about it. I kind of don't think so. Rush hour? It's rush hours. Now, it's still not like I hear in New York, Baltimore, Atlanta. I've experienced Atlanta. It's not like that, but it could be a good hour and a half or so that is the tough. Heaven help you if you're trying to get to a Titans game or a rainstorm or both at the same time. Nashville drivers act like they've never seen water before. That's what people like to say. It's not true. Okay, so here's one of my favorite things about Nashville is the outdoor life. Now, it's so cool because every single morning, every day, you can hit the trails, maybe go to Radnor, Percy Priest, over Shelby Bottoms, hit the trail, ride a bike, hike. Then every afternoon, you can get on the paddleboard. You can do all the outdoor things, still have time to get down to downtown for dinner at night. We've got everything you could possibly think of outdoors except for skiing. We've got stunning parks and lakes and hiking spots all over Middle Tennessee. Tennessee's beauty really is something special. Okay, here's a very realistic con. Allergy season is truly a thing. Those who've never had allergies before may come here and find that they certainly do have them now, because pollen is a thing when you've got trees. And one of the things that people love about Nashville is the four season, the green, the trees, and with that comes a lot of ragweed, a lot of pollen. And I've lived here my entire life. That's a real thing. I'm even allergic to my own hair. It's probably the pollen in my hair, but it's a real thing. You just gotta pack your meds and enjoy it. Trees, grass, mold, you name it, we've got it. Number 4, live music on a Tuesday evening, check. Food scene that goes way beyond hot chicken, thank goodness, double check. We've got it all. Broadway, the Ryman, local breweries, rooftop bars, pro sports teams. It's all right here. Whether you're into singer-songwriters or sushi, you're going to find your scene. Tourist madness. It's a real thing. It truly is a real thing. But you know what? Us Nashvillians, we don't go downtown. We don't even see the tourists. So although people complain about the tourism all the time, that's ridiculous because it brings in so freaking much money. But that could be a con if you don't happen to know that the tourist scene is really just for tourists. The bachelorette parties have multiplied, and Lower Broad feels more like Bourbon Street than Music City sometimes, but the locals avoid it like the plague, unless we've got guests in town or going to a Predators hockey game. Some things are worth braving the crowds. Okay, let's talk about living. Let's talk about how people do live here. What do you want? You want walkability? Try East Nashville, the Gulch. Need room for a family? Then go on out to Brentwood, Nolensville, Hendersonville, Mount Juliet. You like a slower pace? How about Fairview or Gallatin? Lebanon. Lots of options. You just got to talk to us. Which brings me to, you can do your research here on this channel. I have lots of videos about each area, each town. So if you want to see what Columbia looks like, you can go here to this video. Check it out. If you want to see more about Mount Juliet, then go over there to those videos. There's lots of videos to share with you what each town is like. We drive through like you're in the car next to me. So don't complain about my driving, okay? There really is something for everyone here. It's all about what you need in a home and a lifestyle. So I suggest you do what so many people are doing. Give us a call. We can have a 30-minute conversation, learn about you, all the things you want in a new area, including budget. Gotta have that budget. I can get you pre-approved. We gotta have that conversation, and then I can help you pinpoint the right spots if you're moving here. After you've heard the next con, which is, with growth and change comes some problems. So all that southern charm with the older buildings does bring in a lot of gentrification last couple of years, and that is pricing a lot of people out of their homes. That part of this is really sad. Also, some of that southern charm is battling with the high rises, is battling with the glossiness of a faster life and a faster pace than Nashville, old Nashville, is used to. So that's kind of a con in that some areas have lost a lot of that old charm of the old buildings. But I don't know, which of the two are you looking for? We can still have a lot of that. It's just in different areas. So while the growth is exciting, it's also complicated and something to think about before making the leap. So should you move to Nashville in 2025? Well, that kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you want opportunity, culture, four seasons, beautiful outdoor life, community, and don't mind a few of those growing pains, then you're going to fit right in. I think you'll love it here. But if you're expecting a quiet, southern, quaint town, I've got some places I can recommend, but the downtown Nashville and 45 minutes around Nashville is probably not right for you. But there are lots of other great Tennessee towns that I'd love to share with you. The truth, Nashville's not perfect. This native Nashvillian understands that, and I agree, it's not. But the truth is, if you can handle the traffic, if you can handle some of the higher prices of the cost of homes, I think you're gonna love it here. I really do. If you're truly thinking of making the move, don't do it alone. Let's talk. Let's have that conversation. I can help direct you to the right areas or locations, or just say, you know, I think I know a better spot for you, and let me tell you about it. And let me connect you with the right person to help you find the perfect place for you to call home here in Tennessee. Till next week, subscribe to the show. We'll be going somewhere, talking about something new. All the information that you need to know about moving to and living in Tennessee is right here on this channel. So subscribe, tap the bell so you're notified next week. And until then, grab that relocation guide. See you next week.